have no idea how this will do as a react or anything. But I was out of the house during this stress test, and Foxy Loxy was there and recorded it and showed it. I want to see what happened because I didn't get a chance to see what happened. All I saw was literally, you know, single-digit frame rates and some members of my community being very negative about the, like, some people were being positive and going, wow, this is like pretty incredible. And other people were going, yeah, this doesn't look anything like an MMO, 7 FPS, so on and so forth. I mean, you could literally see it right here at the top is that, you know, we're at 7 FPS, right? And that's obviously not a overwhelming success by any means, having 7 FPS. But this is a video from Foxy Loxy. If you guys are unfamiliar with him, he's like every patch that comes out, he tests everything and lets us know at least how it's going with his experiences. And this is his experience with this huge Idris playtest thing that they did. Oh, is it muted or something? Hold on. It is. There we go.
Hey guys, welcome. We just had a stress test in the 4.1.1 PTU where between 300 to 500 players gathered inside the Area 18 rooftop Idris. Wow. What a...
So, the first thing I think of is this is exactly, like, they've already done this stress test. It's called the Daymar Rally.
slideshow, but this is the best slideshow I've ever had. Even though this stress test lasted only 1 hour, but so many players responded and came here to participate. This tells so much about the uniqueness, the awesomeness of the development of this game. This is indeed one-of-a-kind experience presented. Enjoy.
Oh my god.
FPS client is 18, 19. Oh, dead bodies. What is going on? So many dead bodies.
Dude, the line to get in the elevator must have been a disaster.
Oh, there's a line here. At this point, you don't know who's NPC, who's player. Okay, everybody rush in. Yep. Everybody rush in.
Oh my god.
Do not rush in the elevator. That's like
someone will disappear. Oh, I was the only one left here. Oh, no, I'm going back to the lobby. Great.
Mass murder in the elevator.
Oh.
Run, Foxy.
Oh. Oh, no, I got left. What the
Again?
Again.
But he made it.
Oh, we got some securities here.
I don't know if Foxy's going to get into this. I've not seen this video at all. This is incredibly positive, what we're seeing here. You do recognize that, right, guys? Does anybody remember late last year, and not that long ago, what the server meshing tests looked like versus this? That is a pretty big jump. Right? That is a pretty big jump in compared to what those tests were.
There's tons of people running around the hangar.
Yeah.
So like
I just start clicking the button,
you have to
inviting
start
everybody.
with a positive there, and it's definitely a positive.
Oh, is
What
this?
could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
How many people in the server now?
432 in our court.
432.
Yeah, there's 432 in our
I'm
court.
going to the briefing room. Oh, that's where people was hiding.
Yeah, we don't know how much interaction delay there is. You don't know how much desync there is. There's 100% desync here, right? Like, for sure, there's some. But the experience of what we had, if this was an FPS fight, obviously 12 FPS is not a good experience. I'm still debating whether or not you would be able to, like, you know, track a player and they would be seeing what you're doing and you would be seeing what they're doing very well. But again, compared to the previous tests, that's really strong. And Riketsu said, I was there for the entire hour and they had one short server error. Yeah.
Found the place. Briefing
All
room.
the seats are all the seats full?
Almost.
I want that outfit.
Which one?
The UEE one. We piled into the briefing room.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty
Go
cool.
to the server, inviting everybody. There is no proximity sound. Someone must be playing music, but I think CIG disabled it. This is really cool. Oh. What happened?
I think you're asking for it by making parties and having all these dots on the screen.
They committed mass suicide.
No.
Oh no.
They drank the copium potion.
Why?
I went to the wrong place.
This is running better than Hathor.
Oh.
Suspiciously, it's everybody that was on stage, as
Yep.
if it was a staged event.
Yes.
No.
Oh. Arr!
Yes, burn the suit of shame.
Burn everyone.
890 Trump is in here.
Oh, yes.
I think the tram's bugged at the spaceport. It's not moving.
Server
Oh,
error. Server error. That didn't take long.
We did it.
438 people in our corp.
Let's see if it keeps repeating, right?
I'm
Which
pretty
it
sure
won't. We
most
know
of
it
them is
won't,
trying
but-
to get here.
Oh, we're back.
Daymar and Aberdeen has their own server.
Right.
Tram's broken though, so
Interesting. The tram where I'm at
wait.
the spaceport is still server error.
Fix
Oh
this.
my
Party.
god.
What happened? The bridge?
The bridge.
Oh, head to the bridge. Let me invite more people. Let's see. Oh, the bridge is.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. I imagine everyone commit group suicide.
It just comes down to like what was the goal of the test here? I'm sure it was just some data gathering stuff. I just, again, this goes to similar like discussion points of what we talked about with like the Flight Blade and Flight AI thing, or the AI Blade thing, is like I feel like members of the community like inflate this stuff and like turn having 500 players in one spot that like, I'm sorry, games in the 1990s were doing, like, and turning it into something that it's not is kind of stupid. But from where we were to where we are, we have come a like very, very long way. Very long way. Does that mean that we'll get to where a lot of us want to be? That's still completely unknown. And I think a lot of like, it's almost like, you know, I don't know, like that just inflating something that just isn't like you're sub 10 FPS right now, brother. Right? What's the server FPS at? It's at 9. That's not good. Like that just isn't good, period. But it's a lot better than where we were, and hopefully they can keep making strides in the right direction.
He's probably gonna crash the server. We cannot spawn you guys. Oh, somebody managed to get a Aurora here.
Yeah, I see that.
This is one of the most really unique moments in Star Citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have this all the time. Like very rare.
Thank God. Thank God it's not this bad.
Right?
Okay, I'm glad he said it. I think I understand how he was saying it. Is like, again, a lot of people in one area is not unique to Star Citizen, but is a unique experience to have in Star Citizen.
Yeah, you don't have it all the
Also
time.
Amazing that we can actually cram all these people into one little server, because that's what's really happening.
Yeah.
one-
Before, back in the
shit.
day, it used to be like the entire server, 50 people max.
Yeah.
There's more than that just in the bridge right now.
Yeah.
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 I mean, let's really do try to remember what that what that player just said is like not too long ago, the servers were 50 max, the entire server. A year ago, it was 100 max. And now there's 500 players in one place. That is a positive. So if you're just constantly spewing negativity about this, you're being disingenuous and you're being a dick. If you're able to look at like, hey, there's been improvements, but this does not mean that Star Citizen is going to be a successful MMO. And that's kind of where I stand. Then I think you're being fair, right?
Leaps and bounds that we're witnessing right now, to your point, Foxy.
It's 667, 68 climbing.
That's why we hit mass suicide. Somehow we hit that magic number.
I'm pretty sure the whole ship is manned. Like all the turrets, people must be players sitting in there because all the chairs are occupied, right?
Let me stop throwing bottles.
So give us Idris. Stress test successful. Give us Idris. Oh, wow. I'm gonna go through the.
That is the silliest statement he's made so far. How does 500 people in one Idris mean give Idris? Because if you added a second Idris to this scenario, I think it would kill everything. Probably. Right?
Ship. Oh, someone glitched through the ship.
I'm actually wearing my armor from that event that you're talking about right now.
Oh, everybody's at the hangar. That's crazy. Wow, look at that. Oh no, briefing room has some naked guys. I better leave. Mass hall. Oh, people ready for
Everyone
lunch.
got knocked out. What just happened?
Oh, mass suicide again?
Is that what just happened?
I don't know. Where?
There were so many more bodies just a moment ago.
Oh no, they commit group suicide again. Oh man.
I think they're just trying to add
they
bodies.
can't take the FPS. They can't take the frame rate.
Yeah, the front size 7 is opened.
Front to size 5, I think.
Size 5?
Yeah.
They're saying in Spectrum it's still size 7.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Loki is saying it's still size 7.
Oh.
It was Backstreet Boy lighting. What is this?
Yeah, it's not the Idris that's causing the
K-pop
issues to
star.
players, and it's also the markers on the screen and all that stuff.
Okay, someone bring the music. Someone bring the lights. Come on. It's a club. It's a.
And I would say you're being an idiot if you're saying that they're doing this to sell the Idris, but immediately Foxy was like, "Now give the Idris," right? So, that's the mentality that the community has. It's working then.
Party.
It's like a Star Wars
Foxy
hologram.
So
Watch,
it's possible,
Indoor.
but
I haven't. I'm going to the shower. I'm savoring it.
In episode 3, there's this like rave song. It would go perfectly with this. Right?
Oh wow. This is great. This is so far the best.
3 bottles of cruise lux rolling everywhere.
Nice.
Amount
yeah,
of
now they're
lag
all
we
starting to
have
drop
between
bottles and
ourselves.
stuff to try and make it even worse.
Cruise Lux bottles everywhere. Yes, throw it everywhere. That's what the party is.
Dude, now we just need like massive walls of text above everyone's head. Selling Cruise Lux 500 credits.
Oh, these guys looks like holographics with the lights.
Yeah, from Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. We gotta take an orc picture like this when it comes out.
Oh yeah.
None of these players are shooting, right? Nobody's like trying to shoot each other. There are no NPCs running around. So like, you know, this doesn't mean that the game is all of a sudden possible. But again, once again, what a difference to where we were, 6 months ago? Yeah, maybe 9 months ago. Foxy just adding everybody to friends. His friends list is gonna be crazy. I mean, it's smooth as far as player movement. It's surprisingly smooth. But do you notice that he sped it up because the frame rate was so low that if he sped it up, it looked smooth? But then when he stopped it, you were like, oh, wait, never mind. Still, in previous iterations of tests like this, people were just running in place and server errors were looping and stuff, right? No, when I say it looks smooth in comparison to what we have had in the past. Just to be clear, obviously, 8 FPS is not smooth.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, he fell. Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
What?
so that's more indicative of what's happening.
Yeah, he's in
right?
Oh, now he fell.
Where he goes.
The game's unable to track.
He's back.
Yeah,
And
I'm on the
desync is
edge.
beginning.
Oh, it's...
Oh wait, is that you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's just desync. Oh.
Yeah, server
Was the Idris the whole server DGS? No, this whole planet is, probably.
really doesn't like you being there.
Oh, there I go.
They
At
can't
least I don't
judge.
think
You're
so.
fouling or you're still on the
Falling
ground.
out.
Oh. Very surprising that the ship can just float above air without engine, without VTOL.
Yeah,
What do you mean? It's connected to the dock.
that's one hell of a
power vested in Chris Roberts.
that's one hell of a docking collar.
Yeah, exactly. Very strong docking collar. It's not breaking.
How strong is that dock?
But for what it
than
is, it's still
servers.
pretty impressive that there's almost 500 people and the server FPS isn't like one.
One.
The server FPS
It's very
is 10.
close
Well,
to
yeah, that's
one.
what.
It's, yeah, exactly.
No, it's 10 right now. That's actually like fairly responsive.
Yeah.
That's not that bad considering like.
Considering where we were, it's not that bad. But that's the type of stuff that those are the comments that I will always fight back on, and be respectful, but be critical of. That is not good. That is not good in a game that is a first-person game with animations from the character that are one-to-one real that other people are seeing. That is not good at all. Guess what? Guess 30 isn't good for that. I got news for you. 30 is not actually good for that. The FPS experience will never be good because the servers are too slow, I think. Or I should say never be great.
Like what it was like a year ago, like just 100 people would be like, or like a full server would be like 5 FPS or server FPS.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true, yeah.
Because the server FPS correlates to like just the overall performance of the game. That's what causes the mostly what mostly causes the desync and all that.
I'm pretty sure they've stated that's not entirely true, but okay, whatever. I'm not gonna argue against one guy who has no idea what he's talking about as another guy who has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to the game's development, right? We're all probably just gamers, and he's guessing just as much as anyone else.
It's kind of interesting what Waka said last time. Lots of data to go through for the engineering teams this week. So most likely we won't see patch in a week.
Oh, you mean new patch?
Yeah.
New patch most likely before Friday, for next Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so
latest
as well.
Latest next.
I don't think this data is related to this patch. That's like the 4.1.1. This data is data gathering for future patches, probably. Like, you know, maybe they're going to do something with the Idris in a future patch. Maybe they're going to release it to players. Maybe they're going to do more missions with it. Anytime they've done a mission with an Idris, it's had a ton of problems and so on and so forth. So yeah.
It's next Wednesday.
Well, both? There is nearly no major initiative that can happen for 4.1.1. What Idris mission? The last like major Idris mission was the Fight for Pyro or something. Not the one previously, like Save Stanton, I think, a few months back, where it was. No, Xeno was before that. So Xeno was a huge problem, right? The fight for Save Stanton was a huge problem, and that's the bottleneck was always the Idris missions. The Idris with those things, everything worked somewhat until the Idris came around. So I'm not so sure. This could have something to do with that. I have no idea, but we are probably a week away for before 4.1.1. I don't think they're going to be like taking all this data and doing any major changes for that patch. I don't think that's really possible.
Usually.
Yeah, it depends. I think if they're gonna pull the maintenance, we're gonna see the patch right after that. If not, Friday.
Yeah. Okay, last capture.
Do they usually push a patch right at Invictus? Yes, right before it. Maybe the day before, something like that, and then they'll open up the show floor the next day, if I'm not mistaken.
It's hard to believe this is.
So, like, if we can go back, watch. I'll move my camera for a moment. Watch this player right here in the Vandal helmet. Right, we'll go back a little bit. Watch this player. See that sliding? See that sliding?
It's hard to believe this is
and then
actual
running?
Players like this with all the details. A lot of game you can get a lot of people together, right? But it won't be this detailed. You have all the armors, equipments, weapons, water
bottles. Like a virtual Comic-Con. Like
you can. The water bottles is where I would agree with him, but like being able to see the armor and weapons, like go play Throne and Liberty, right? You see everybody's like gear and what they look like, and all of those players are moving smoothly on your screen and not teleporting anywhere, right? So again, this is not something you can correlate to this game is going to be a successful MMO yet. But this is something that you can correlate. It doesn't render everyone, but it's rendering more people than are on the screen right now. So don't give me that shit. It's rendering 500 people. But what they'll do is like no collision. So like there's obviously limitations that they do, but CIG refuses to make any exceptions, right? So all of the stuff has like all this stuff here has collision. They're letting the people throw water bottles on the ground, so on and so forth, right? So games will make exceptions to make the feeling of an MMO feel more alive. Foxy is feeling the feeling of an MMO and making a good point of the details. It's not he's pointing out the armor and stuff. Those details are in every MMO that shows the players that are there. What the other MMOs do is they'll make the exception of like I can pass right through players. There won't be any collision because then players would block each other and so on and so forth. I mean, look at the experience of him getting in the elevator. If this game is going to 6x, let's say, and have 3,000 players on a server, you got to turn collision off in the cities or like near an elevator or something, right? Because it's just going to become like, you want to know, like, you think you've seen griefers? The real griefers are just going to be blocking you from going anywhere in like major landing zones and stuff. So there, at some point, CIG is going to make an exception or you know, have to dumb things down to make the experience where it needs to be, right? So yeah, it's. I just don't think you could take this test and be like it's happening, but you could definitely take this test and go, wow, that is so much better than the last test I saw. I wish I was able to participate in it. I just wasn't home.
Like an actual like convention, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So many details from each player, and they're all gathered here.
Imagine when we get crap.
Again, it's not about the details. It's about the fact that they can drop a water bottle. It's about the fact that they run into each other, right? And it's about the fact that their animations that are one-to-one, those are the details. And I just think I don't want Foxy to get shit for what he's saying, because he is right.
Crafting, and then we can make our own booths and set them up in a place like this and actually hold.
But I mean, I'm literally watching people teleport and walk in place on the screen, right? Like,
hold our own conventions.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I'm gonna build a cube.
Everyone's jumping.
Everyone's jumping.
Yeah. The poor hospital.
Oh, everyone's jumping.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a stress test for that too, huh? That was pretty insane.
Oh
no, Foxy!
Goodbye, cool world. That is a nice view right here.
You could take the sea before you die.
Yeah.
Imagine if they did that test without no-fly zone near the Idris.
Oh, imagine if he
train!
caught a train.
I missed a train.
Imagine if he caught the train.
Oh, Everest Harbor. Good.
No.
It's okay.
No room in the hospital.
I'll get my IPS back at least.
Yeah, let's see what it jumps to.
You got like another 100 people respawning with you.
Oh, really? At Everest?
Probably.
Oh, why is it off now? I want to see what his FPS jumps to when he gets off the server. Oh, damn, that would have been like the true like server meshing test, right? Is like all this crap is happening over there. Is his experience like endlessly better somewhere else? But oh well. I guess we didn't see it. But thank you for showing us that, Foxy, because I didn't get to see it, and I was sick of reading, you know, people's comments that probably weren't there themselves and just making their own opinions up. And yeah, I think it shows massive improvement, but I don't think it shows enough improvement to say, you know, Star Citizen is possible in every way it was explained, because it just isn't, right? Not yet. There's still a long way to go, but big strides from last year. Big strides.